Hello, and welcome back to DROD RPG 2. I just finished the previous recording, and while I have the plan in my mind, we're gonna go. So I do have my... go back. So, if it turns out that this is a complete waste of time, we can load that. Alright, so I'm looking for... Greckles. And bats. Really like some health. Would also like some keys. Especially of the... That's good. Especially of the green and blue varieties. But I already feel like it was well worth coming back here. Problem with Tar Mother bosses. You end up just getting a lot of money when you clean it up. Okay, so we can afford more defense. There's a green key for a single driller. Probably worth doing. We waited until goblins were free. But given that we've paid for the crate, like at this point, I paid the health for the crate. There's not really any reason not to like to worry about being efficient here, because we can always just come back as many times as we want. You do sell keys as well. What's your price looking like? 75, 150, 220. So we could get a blue key like that. Also some pretty cheap health, which we might want to do. We did buy all the health on the previous floor. Yeah, it's just a single hit, so if we're grabbing the key, we might as well kill you for the money. And if we go to the first level, there is a green key here as well. That's really cheap. You know what? We're just gonna buy it. Mostly because I was curious about removing the icon from the map, which I see was done. But I feel like that's almost certainly gonna be worth it. And... okay, I mean, we could fight you for 6 Greckles. That's a little bit more questionable. I think that's it then. Okay. Yeah, because if I go in here, it was 700 for 2 yellows isn't terrible. But at this point, unless we get flippers, I don't think there's any reason to come back to the first floor. Alright, so second floor, we did have some green keys we could get. We had to fight for them still. Oh, there's a... oh, no, the blue key was if we wanted to purchase it. Whereas... it was... this is... I mean, we get another green key for doing 4 fights, I think, because we did one of you in the previous room. Or for that matter, I could just fight you and... yeah, I could skip a whole bunch just by fighting you, actually. And then not worry about you for now. Okay, so actually, yeah, I think we're in a really good spot here. In that case, buy some defense. I don't think the +3... not even +6 makes a difference. So yeah, at this point we're just wanting to get to the weapons. Now, I mean, the +6 does make a difference on the adder, to be fair. And if we go through the adder, we could also take a blue key to get into here. I never actually checked what these pressure plates do. So let's check.
Ah! The door's eyes. Sharp teeth.
Hello, do you have any paperwork that needs disposing of? Please first ensure you've checked the guidelines for the disposal of confidential items in sections 323C to 346D. If, and only if, you have followed the procedures precisely according to specifications, you may shred any paperwork here.
Shred paper?
Indeed, with this paper shredder.
That's an adder.
Can it not be both?
Oh, that is enough. Okay.
Hey!
Alright, so we dealt with the adder. This opens that, this opens that, this opens that. Okay, so that's probably the way through that we want then. And in fact, this gives us an extra yellow, or an extra green key. And the stats. So it's just a matter of if we want any other stats or a trait other than that key before coming in here. Blue, we can get some health. And so essentially we're trading an adder fight for a blue key. Getting a bunch of health out of it, but then we're missing out on these stats as well. Yeah. Okay. So that was actually a lot more reasonable than I was expecting. And if I buy some health, or, you know, do stuff like this, which doesn't feel great, but I do have a lot of yellow keys now. There's some health here as well. Those fights are all profits. But with 30 attack, they sure become cheaper. And I guess I don't need the blue key right away, so I can come back for this. So, since I have a green key, let's just focus on getting the longsword. And we'll get the roach whacker, or whatever it was called, after. Yeah, a lot of fights in that room, which... Okay, so if I come in here... Well, if I'm buying the health... Because the previous level was also 600. Pretty sure. You are 600 for 75. Whereas if I go here... $600 for 50. We're just going to do one of those. Honestly, we might just do a second one. Yeah, Greckles are stats, but so is the sword. Right, so we have to go through you. And you.
Ah!
Alright, and we did need that second 100 to get through here. Okay, so 1424. I could... where's the cheapest one? You. 1424. Okay, I think we actually saved more than the cost of the Gundo, of the drone. And we would need both of the others for the next, so I don't think that's going to be worth it.
Hey!
I could also just skip the drone fight. If I do that, then I'm gonna have to go through these doors or enemies in order to get back to here. So I would be saving myself 44 health. In order to get a sword. In order to what? Have to do that instead of being able to backtrack. There's so much stuff in this area, I'm almost certainly going to want to backtrack. So, again, I can put a save, I don't have to commit, but we'll have to commit in the sense that I need to make a choice. But, we are going to just do that.
Welcome to Sword Storage. We have a wide variety of swords you can choose from.
Does 2 really count as a wide variety?
It's twice as large as the usual one.
I recognize the longsword, but what's with the other one?
That is the Roach Wrecker. It's an upgrade on the longsword. It also doubles your total attack against roach enemies.
Just roach enemies.
Don't mock it, there is a long list of roach enemies it works against. You have roaches, roach queens, roach eggs, Okay, so maybe the list isn't very long. It's very good at cleaning up roach eggs though.
Yeah, so we want that for sure. We want the Roach Wrecker also for sure, but depending, like, I don't know if there are going to be any roach enemies on the next level. I kind of doubt it. Just assuming that there will be a next level. But yeah, so now, I mean, these guys don't look like they're getting cheaper, but if I go this way, Roach Queens could be made cheaper. Yeah, Roach Queens get cheaper with 2... two fights. Okay, well, I wanted to be down here, and I have the keys for it. So we are making the assumption that we want to buy all of the stats on this level before moving on. Which might not be a good assumption because we do have the ability to backtrack. So I guess really what it comes down to then is what is this final boss looking like stat-wise? We could probably just beat him. So did I really want to spend all of those keys? I mean, there are keys in here. I can get more keys. Hmm. Okay, so I have +3 attack. You need +7, so I actually need 3 gems. There's one in this room. I think I left another one behind somewhere, but only one more. There's one there. No, I could get 9. Okay. And I do need 2 yellows and a green to get to the boss. The way your stats are set up, though, you're doing a ton of little hits. So I don't think +7 attack is going to make that much of a difference. So I think, honestly, like at this point, I just want to spend... I just want to get the keys. I could buy defense from the shop, though. At 220. So... so close. Two hits. 3 for the Watcher. Oh. There's my 220. Okay, so we got the defense. Now we can get this attack because we don't care about locking ourselves in, I think. Final stats. That wasn't a question, that was a statement. Final stats. We do need 2 yellows and a green as well. That's something to keep in mind. Yeah, I just think you're not worth fighting until we absolutely have to. There's a cheap yellow. Alright, where's the cheapest green key? Well, we have to fight you. Yeah, okay. A little bit cheaper. 2 yellows and a green, though. So yeah, we have to... if we go in here... trade a yellow for a green. Or I guess we're trading a yellow for 460 plus an additional security guard hit of 130. So 590. Yeah, 590. Which, I mean, a yellow key for 600 is a pretty good trade. So we had an extra yellow key, which we can get. I think that's our cheapest one, actually. Yeah. So I guess we don't actually want the road tracker until later. I will need... Oh, interesting. So that was assuming that you were cheaper. It's actually quite a bit more expensive going the other way. I do need another yellow key, though. There's one cheap one I'm thinking of. Here's an even cheaper one. Okay. Not the one guarded by a thief.
Seeing you here worries me. Lately, it seems every time I meet you, I am not far from a particularly dangerous foe. There better not be anything terrible around this corner.
That depends on your tolerance for cryptic messages.
Well, you've been giving us quite a few of those.
Are you
haven't
one of the patrons?
53rd patron.
You have some explaining to do. Where have you taken my countrymen?
Patronage offers surfacers alleviation.
Alleviation? From what?
The grand event.
Not this again, everything falling into the sky. You can't expect me to believe this.
Surfacers live beneath, with patrons.
Twinins are free. We choose where we live. In Twino. What's in this for you?
There are conditions. Surfacers will follow rules. Many rules.
I don't
for
think he's
safety,
listening to Henry.
progress, collection.
Collection of what?
Maybe he'll listen
Collection
to
of
the sword.
knowledge. Observation requires containment.
You wish to enslave my people. This absolutely will not stand. I cannot allow this.
Yeah. So what does this orb do? Okay, I was mostly just curious if it was going to close this door, but it looks like we still have backtracking. And that was all the stats we were going to get.
Tell me where you are keeping them. I will not leave without my countrymen. And if you don't tell me, you won't be leaving either.
Networks built beneath each city. Nearest hold built in large cavern to the west. Let me open the way.
Fine, but I won't let you out of my sight. Or maybe I will. No matter. I found the information I needed. No time to waste. I must continue immediately.
Yeah, that, you did kind of just let him go pretty quickly there. Alright, stats. Woo. Okay, well, we got the one set of arrows gone. Alright, so this was level 3. This one, it felt quite a bit trickier. They're definitely doing some interesting things with these roach eggs and crates. A lot you can do with that. I still haven't found any shovels, which I'm assuming will come up at some point in the official level set. Maybe that's going to be for chapter 3. But yeah, so that's still there if we want it. There's a whole bunch of goodies we can grab if we do get it. Like, we're trading a blue key for a whole bunch of health and like yellow and green keys as well. Because yeah, it just helps with a lot of stuff at this point. Yeah, health there. I mean, is that it? Actually? This room. Okay, yeah, so it's 1200, 1350, a green and a yellow. And just more general traversability. Could be good. We'll see if there are any roach enemies on this level, though. We're still times 3. And that grappling hook did have some value on that previous level. Okay, well, I'll do my traditional... Oh! Okay, never mind. We got shovels instead of a green key. So this is where we have to start digging.
I think I hear people talking.
Huh. There are tiny specks of sand in the tar stuff mixture. I hate that we had to move our laboratory here.
I heard it was due to an agreement between the archivists and the patrons. They're constructing holds in time for the grand event.
I get that. I don't understand why you had to move. The large open cavern to the west was the perfect place to grow tar stuff. Now this sand is messing up everything.
Large open cavern to the west. Sounds like I'm getting closer.
How about a truce between the tar technicians and mud coordinators?
Oh.
Let's work together to get out of this
Oh,
mess.
no, we don't want that.
Agreed. Let's put our historic differences aside. From this day forward, a new era of cooperation.
That sounds terrible. Tar and mud working together?
Careful. This pathway is collapsed.
More weak walls I can break with my sword.
Not so fast. This dirt is much less crumbly, and your sword will struggle to slice through. I recommend the digging tools available below. You can dig out dirt with shovels by walking into it. Don't forget, you can dig diagonally too.
Alright, so shovel tutorial, however, at a glance, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I think I have to use all of them to get through here, so we're not optimizing shovels yet. Let's see what happens if I go a different path. Well, we get to see more shovels, that's what happens. Okay, we've got Sand Dance and Tar Baby. Well,
Oh, and those are ortho squares. You can't move diagonally into or out of ortho squares.
can't even dig diagonally. Alright, so I was forced to do that. That's just to show the...
Some dirt is harder to dig out and will take extra shovels. If you're careful, you might find items in the dirt.
Why are there items hiding inside dirt?
The roof collapsed. We've been relocating the tar stuff laboratories, but the ground is very loose, and there have been some accidents.
Alright, so if I want that key... So it's 1, 3, and 5, I believe? Yeah. So I guess if I want to do this with the minimum number of shovels, it's going to be that. Leaves me with 17. If I want the yellow key, it's 10. Yeah. Alright. That's the cheapest that we're going to get through with grabbing the yellow key, which I think I want to do. I don't know how important these shovels are going to be. So presumably we do have a whole level based on them, so...
Gah, tar stuff babies! What are they doing here?
Our tar stuff research has been relocated to this area. We've been working on improving our tar stuff switch tokens. They are now 23.72% more energy efficient.
But they still work the same? I step on them and the tar stuff changes to another type?
Yes, it's all the same. Marvelous technology. You can use them to customize each room, really taking advantage of the various properties granted by each tar stuff type. Different amounts of hardness, acidity, viscosity, all fine-tunable for perfect results.
I didn't understand anything you just said.
Alright, so yeah, we only get to do this once, huh? And... I mean, it's about what you'd expect. So, I guess really the question is, do I need shovels or do I need a green key? Because we want mud up front. And then it's just a matter of whether we value the shovels or the key more. There are quite a few shovels lying around. And shovels are worth points. So I'm going to assume that the green key is more valuable, but I'm not going to take it right away. Yeah, so here I could save, by fighting the sand ants, I could save myself a little bit.
Looks like I'll have to go the long way around.
Yeah, I could save myself a few shovels by going through the ants. Or 7 or 5. If we do 7, we're only 2 to get to this side, whereas if we do 5, we're 3 to go to this side. Well, at this point I value my health more than the shovels. I'm also noting a distinct lack of roach-like enemies on this level, which is to be expected, I guess. Okay, so again, once we've done the tar switch, so if you need the health right away, you can make it cheaper, otherwise you can have cheaper access to the shop, I guess. On-site vendor, 300, okay. And selling shovels now as well. And this doesn't even get me access to here, right? Because that's from here. So I'm basically fighting this tar stuff baby in order to get access to the shop. But I'm not coming back for a while. Okay, our first stats for the level. And that's so, yeah, that's 30 shovels here. If we want to avoid just on those. If we want to avoid spending money on a door. We do get 9 shovels back. But yeah, so if I want that defense, I need, without spending any keys, it's 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 39 shovels in order to get in. However, we do have more shovels lying around. And that was the first stat on this level, right? Also, there's you. +4 for the sand spider. I think we got all the attack on the previous level at the end. We did get all of the stats, yeah. So that would make sand skippers cheaper. We need more than that for golem spiders and babies, though. You know, I think we're just gonna go. And look. Okay, more defense. Oh, and more attack. But again, we're spending a whole bunch of shovels to get to it. Minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then another 9, so 18, 20, I guess, to get through here. Minimum. Unless we're spending a yellow key. And we need to do all of that in order to get the 6 attack, in order to get stuff being cheaper. Well, I feel like that's more reasonable than trying to get in here for the 3 defense, because that's going to take a lot longer to pay off. Those spiders are not cheap, though. That's a pretty... Oh yeah, that's a really cheap key to get at this point. So you know what? I think I am just going to do it. And then we can be done with this level. Well, sort of. We could be grabbing defense to make these cheaper, but... Now we got this silly looking thing. How much are those roach queens worth? 15? Okay. I mean, they're worth something. We could grab some more keys from here. Always need more keys. Keys and health, okay. So, I mean, we did get a little bit for doing that. And I might have been wrong about which was more valuable. Turns out we need a lot of shovels. So I guess we'll actually just spend the key here. Because that saves us... that saves us a whole bunch. As well as some health. Okay. Yep, that hurts, but we can go through here. Probably fight the spider for the shovels. We are also doing an exploration run at this point. Oh. Okay. That's some good stats. Okay, that locks that off. Interesting. More stats in here. Full control over how we want to do things now, but we're gonna lock out. Whoops, let's just do that for now.
We accidentally uncovered some briar while excavating this area. Mind lighting the fuses for us? These bombs should clear it all out.
Okay, but we can't get to the other side yet. Okay, so I get to decide which stash I want. Interesting. Or I can make the very questionable decision of deciding I don't have a yellow key.
The briar grows each time a monster is fought.
Why would that cause the briar to grow?
Don't ask me. I just work here. By the way, briar does not grow diagonally here.
Hey, we found a roach enemy. Let's do double damage to it. Ah, interesting.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was curious about that. Does that work?
Ouch.
It does. Okay. We've got a map. Okay, we got the map. So that lets me... Huh, Briar does show up as black on the map. Interesting. So that lets me see kind of where we're going. That's a lot of digging if you want to avoid as many fights as possible. And not spending keys. Alright, and then we got a sand giant at the end, or... Oh, actual rock giant, okay. And that gets us to the end. Huh. Okay, knowledge gained. So I think from this point, we did want the +6 attack. So we'll do that. Yeah, +1 attack would be very nice. Which does mean, unfortunately, we just take the hit, but I think we kind of just have to. We'll make all the other ones cheaper. Also, there's no sword or shield on this level, so it's just about the gems. Okay, interesting. Surprising amount of exploration options. That was a gel baby for 6 attack, which is pretty good. Right, so it looks like... we do need a yellow key still, probably, but... just go around to both ends and blow up the briar. Alright, so which end do we want to go to first? A lot of digging here. I mean, obviously we fight that to save shovels. Save a lot of shovels. Interesting. The shovels definitely add another layer of complexity to things. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about shovels yet. I have messed around with them a little bit because I'm part of the Hold Anonymous 4 group, which that's looking like it'll be fairly hard hold for anybody that wants to check that out when it's done. Certainly just to complete it, I would say the optimization required there is much harder than this. But it's also a very weird hold for a lot of reasons. Okay, so I can also go to the shop and I can actually afford some stuff, right? 300? Okay, well in that case, because I haven't really done anything. Yeah, I already have 300. So, I mean, I can get the cheaper...
Ah, you must be Dendry the Stalwart.
Finally, a merchant who is polite enough to remember my name.
Oh, we all know who you are. You're that dumb fool who will buy any old trash for rip-off prices.
So much for being polite.
Well, if it's rip-off prices you're after, I'm here for you. Come on, don't delay. I have a wife and children to feed and houses to look after. All 12 of them are constantly demanding my time and money.
You have 12 children.
No, 12 houses.
Not really feeling like you need my money, to be honest.
Alright, so... I mean, we'll do the usual, buy the attack. And that makes the spider cheaper before we fight the spider, which is why I reloaded. Now, we still want this. Because the shovels and the attack are nice. But I guess we actually want to do defense first. Okay, and then this will make the gel baby cheaper. Alright. 17 is less than 39. Which is what I determined I needed to get through here. This is kind of absurd with the 50... or 30 rather. Is it worth a blue key? Like, I just kind of looked at this room and decided that shovels are the least valuable thing, but given how many shovels I need, I mean, there are a lot of shovels around the level, too. Sand ants, cheaper in 11, okay. So, I mean, I could maybe use a green key here. There are more of those available. Blue keys are relatively scarce. But with a green key, I would only need 8 shovels. So I could actually just get in there right now. Sand Golem will be made cheaper with more attack. I mean, 8 sounds a lot more reasonable than 39, I think it was. Yeah. And it's not like I don't have any other places I want to spend shovels. So 6 attack here. I think that's kind of where we want to go then. However, we are going to have to be spending keys. I could spend a yellow to make those cheaper, but it's not that much cheaper. Like a tar is going to be like 400 something, so I mean this saves me about 400 health. So we'll grab the 6. Yeah, and suddenly the golem's cheaper than the spider. Golem, because of the way the stats are done, low health, high defense. Once you get enough attack, the golems suddenly become cheap very quickly. And this gets us another yellow key, which is nice. How many hits from the skipper? 6. Yeah, that's not great. And if I'm spending a green there, I mean, it's better than spending a green in the other room. So we'll do that. Now Skipper and Mud gets cheaper soon. Could buy myself some help. The way this is set up, I could actually fight both of these enemies and only have to pass the Skipper once. I feel like there's not really anything in that room that's worth my shovels, though. I can find better trades elsewhere. See, another +2 would make you cheaper. Also make you cheaper. 300, huh? Alright, how cheap are things starting to look here? I guess we made a difference. I mean, pups could get cheaper, but also, does it really matter? I think I might be at a point where I just want to get a bunch of health. Well, drones are free. So at the very least, I should be taking all of those out. Grabbing the resources I can. Alright, that's just for a key. This room I basically didn't touch. I mean, there's a green key, which is one of the things I'm looking for right now. There's a green key. There's a green key. Don't really want to buy that one yet. Okay, I think we're done here then. So it is a yellow for a green no matter how I do it for that key. Like, this is a forced yellow for green. Because it's either a yellow here or it's a yellow here, and then I'm fighting an enemy as well, so I might as well just do it that way. Which probably means I want some yellow keys on the way out then. Oh well. There was a green key here too, right? +2 attack. I mean, I just have to do a bunch of fights for money, I guess. $300. I mean, tar babies aren't getting cheaper, and they're worth a lot. So if I'm farming money... Right, I also have that as an option. I feel like tar babies might not be the worst choice. Alright. Sadly, I am actually low on health. Better deal. Okay. So now we'll do that. And buy the attack. So we already bought out all the attack, which is nice. That makes things fairly cheap. Golem still has a way to go. But that gets me the stats. Without spending 30 shovels, which would be ridiculous. Okay. So what benefits do I have to getting through here? I mean, I get some stuff if I come into this room. Including 30 shovels. Probably we take the mud route. Avoid spending keys. What if we wanted to get up here? There's some defense behind a tar baby. That actually doesn't look bad. Yeah, I think... maybe we just leave it in this setup, honestly. And then I get this in here. And that's a lot of fight, which we'll do eventually, but not immediately. So I think actually I just want to spend the key here. And I know I need another yellow key for you, but... oh, there's some cheap yellow keys on the previous level. So we're doing this walk back again. Never enough keys. Okay, I think this is a reasonable time to do that. Take the scenic route.
We accidentally uncovered some briar.
Alright, so that's pretty good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 6. Then you get 9 back for it. So this is just a little puzzle. Not immediately useful until we get to here where there are more stats again. Which, is that my next attack? Oh no, there's an attack down here. And defense in there. Okay, so I just want to... yeah, I don't want to open either of those green doors. Those are kind of looking expensive. I might want to go back to level 2 and buy the yellow keys. They seem to be short. I mean, there are some here, and I could... oh, you guys aren't worth a lot at all. Just 10? 10 grickles? Okay, just shovels there. Oh, there was something here. Right. Well, it's been an hour of kind of running back and forth between levels 2, 3, and 4. But I think we've made a decent amount of progress into this level. We've got a good stockpile of shovels. So, it's just a matter of whether I want to grab more stats before I clean up the previous level. Because I can make stuff there cheaper. But saving, 20 health on a seep is not really going to matter nearly as much as making progress on this level, I think. Because the stats that I gain are going to make more of a difference here. But we'll figure that out next time. I will see you then.